Well, hello, welcome to Adwick Lane. I've not done a running session on Adwick Lane for ages. I've done loads of videos on Droxel, obviously, because I'm still constructing. Adwick Lane's pretty much completed, apart from a few bits I'm going to be changing over and things like that, and a bit of a tidy up. I thought we'd do a corporate blue theme for this running session, and coming in first is 33 on a parcels train. So I'm filming on my tab because you get a better picture than what I do on my phone, and I haven't got a tripod thing for this. Anyway, 33 coming in on a parcels train. We're going to take one of the coaches off, and it'll be left here, and then it'll go back out again. Right, so now class 20 is going to come in and do a bit of take the parcels vans out, and then drop one into the bay platform, and then the other two can then it'll release the locomotive that can then take the other two back out. Now, there's no electric points on this, so I've got to change them by hand. I did sort of toy with the idea of getting the Pico above board ones. I still might do that at some point, but it's not a pressing thing to do. So yep, hand of God to changing the points. So this end coach is going to be dropped off here, and then the other two will be taken away by the class 20. Waiting now to go out, but it can't until a Deltic arrives on a passenger train into platform 2. And here she comes. That's the Lima Deltic. Now what I've done with my Lima Deltics, I've put class 50 motors in them because the class 50 motors have got better gearing than what they put in the Lima Deltic, so they're a lot smoother running, and they do run a lot better, a lot smoother as well. Right, so while that's doing its thing, got class 47 on platform 3, which is waiting to leave. Once that's left, then the class 20 will take the two parcels vans out. Hand of God again. changing the point. I may get some point motors and electrify them later on. See how it'll feel anyway. But I didn't think of doing that when I put it together. So we've got the class 33 is going to come onto this parcel van and take that off elsewhere once the class 20's departed, which is going to happen well now actually, because there's nothing else due in. So class 20's got the right of way. I'm eventually going to replace these signals as well. I found some good ones on eBay, and they've got all the ladders built in and everything, because these are getting a bit ropey. So I'm going to gradually replace the signals. I'm going to replace the platform lamps as well, because they're falling to bits. Not very good ones at all. So I found some better ones on eBay, so that's going to be a future project, replacing all the platform lights and the signals. These two lines here, this especially when steam trains run it. This is for the bus depot, preserve bus depot that I've got, and if you haven't seen previous videos, I based this on the one in Portsmouth. There used to be one in Portsmouth, down Old Portsmouth, and they used to have running sessions every fortnight. There's a couple of Portsmouth buses in there actually, and that's kind of where I got the idea for it from. So anyway, 33 is just coming to there. When they have running days, they have the two little the rail buses that are in the shed there running. Right, so 33 is going to come onto that van, and then here it comes. It's coming past the sheds. That can't go until there's a local DMU coming in into the bay platform, platform 1A over there. Once that's in, the 125 is going to come out, and then the 33 in the van will probably go and leave after that. So we've got the little local 2-car DMU coming in. This is a Lima one. In fact, everything that's been running at the minute is Lima. So now the 125 is going out. This is the Hornby 125, not the newfangled one with all the whistles and bells. This is the old Ringfield three pole job, and well, you know, in fact the only modern Hornby things I've got is Tornado and the Railroad Deltic, which will be running. The Railroad Deltic will be running shortly on a service, and I'll tell you a bit more about that when it comes in. Right, we've got the road, and off we go. I find it's a very jerky starter, this one though. Just now that you get the Railroad Deltic, that's going to come in on into city from, well, it was coming from London. Adwick Lane's actually based, well, it's in Doncaster area. There is a place called Adwick Lane near Adwick train station, but Adwick train station is just a little park and ride thing with bus shelters. But you know, this is the Railroad Deltic. Now, when I bought this about 4 years ago, and I've been looking on eBay, and in 4 years the price is more than doubled what I paid for it all those years. I can't believe it. You know, the price is more than doubled. Absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Right then, the 33 on its on this single parcel van. Now this track here, this one can be used as either this one here can be used just at a normal branch line, or what I do is when I run my trains to Droxford, which is connected to the layout on this track, they come into platform 4 generally. So this is going to take this single van off up the branch. Right, so now we've got class 50s waiting to depart. It's got the road, and off it goes. The signal's gone green, so the class 55 Deltic can come off there. This is a Lima one, and as I've done with all, I've got 2 Lima Deltics at the minute, and what I've done is I've remoted them with class 50 motors, because they got, the Lima Deltics had a completely different set of gearing than the class 50s. The class 50s have got a much bigger gear train on them, and much smoother. You can get much smoother start with them. Much smoother, much smoother. Yeah, see a much smoother takeoff than the normal with the normal bogies that they put on them. I've still kept them like for spares and think for parts and that. So if I do need, if I ever get one that's a non-runner, because I'm after a few more Deltics and things and all 50s and that. If I get any that are non-runners, I've got the parts to sort of make them up, sort of thing. But yeah, much smoother running on them, and that's why I think I only paid about a tenner for the motor bogies anyway. So it weren't overly expensive, but you know, but makes them a lot smoother running, really. There's quite a bit of sort of nostalgia trips on this layout, really. We've got the Unigate Dairy, that was in Eastleigh in Hampshire. That's where Benny Hill used to work before he became famous. Then we've got the Frog and Frigate pub, a pub we used to go to down near the docks in Southampton on a Friday and Saturday. It's brilliant nights in there. And if you move along a bit, now this I couldn't find a photograph of the record shop until I'd made it, and then one popped up on Facebook. So it's just kind of like an interpretation of it. So it's actually got real record covers in the windows, all scaled down. Walworth, that's the one, but that's based on the one in Eastleigh. Connection with that in Unigate's, the Unigate Dairies. Benny Hill worked in Walworth as well. Roadline, my dad worked for those. Before that it was BRS, and he worked for them. Of course, got bits there as well. Sort of some of the things have got sort of names that are sort of personal to me as well. So yeah, anyway, nostalgia trip. Back in the 70s, early 80s, used to go down to Bristol quite a bit on the train, and the train used to start off at Portsmouth Harbour, go down to Bristol. We used to catch the train at Southampton, used to go via Salisbury and Westbury, and it was always had a 31 and Mark 1 coaches, and I've kind of recreated that train here with a 31 and some Mark 1 coaches. Now the Deltic's going to go out, the Lima Deltic. That's going to go out on its. That's off to London. See what I mean about the much smoother starting of it with the class 50 motors in them. Our final arrival for the day, class 40. This is coming from Hull. Deltic's got to come out and go on the front of that, because that will then be the last departure of the day. Mainline departure, that is, because that little 2-car DMU will go off on a local service. So I'd love to get Hornby Railroad Deltic chassis and stick them on the Lima ones to bring them up to date, but the cost of the chassis, it's actually cheaper to buy the whole locomotive, but then you're going to end up with a load of railroad Deltic bodies laying about. So I'm just going to leave it for now, I think, and sort of do them another day. Right then, this little local service is going out. That's off. That's off to. I think that's off to Sheffield. This one. So that's mainline train for the day. It is about to depart. It's got the go ahead, and it's off to London for this Deltic as well. It's 2 Deltics that have gone departing to London. Final train working of the night. It's just a loco movement. Class 40 is going to go on the end of this train, ready for the early morning first service of the morning. And so that's going to then come in onto platform 3 and join the coaches that have come in on that class 31. Bought this Lima class 40 it was the very first Elsica swap meet that I went to, and boxed 20 quid. I thought that's good, that'll do. Absolute bargain. Beautiful runner as well. So that's it. That's now on its train ready to depart on the first service of the morning. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little running session we've done at Adwick Lane. I've not done much for Adwick Lane for ages. I've been too busy working on Droxford and getting lots of work done on that. This really desperately needs a good tidy up. Ballast, I might end up having to redo all the ballast. I'm not sure, because it's starting to sort of come away here and things. So I may do that, redo all the ballasting and things. It definitely needs a real good tidy up though. I'm going to replace the lamp. You can see with this one, this is brittle. It's falling to pieces. Not very good at all. So I found someone on eBay that'll do the job. I'm going to replace the signals as well. I found some on eBay, and they're a bit more sturdy than these. A bit, you know. So I'm going to replace this. What I'm going to do, the signals I'll take out, I'm going to put on those 2 lines over there. Maybe put one on this bay platform. Hasn't got a signal, so I'll put one for that as well. But yeah, definitely needs a good tidy up. I mean, I've had this layout's several years old now, so it definitely needs tidying up and things. But the ballast definitely needs sorting out. It's getting a bit sort of manky in places. Alright, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and subscribe, and as I always say, happy modelling.